Imagine a reality where financial worries are just a distant memory, and you enjoy financial freedom, emotional fulfillment, and genuine happiness. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But this dream can become a reality today. Let's explore the 8 essential Stoic principles to stop living like the less fortunate. It's not just about accumulating wealth, but cultivating a state of mind that promotes prosperity, peace, and positivity. These principles have the power to transform lives, and I guarantee that by the end of this video, your perspective on finances and life in general will change. Why should you pay attention? Because the goal is not just to exist, but to live fully and prosperously. Stay tuned because the journey towards financial independence and a fulfilling life starts now. Let's go. Lesson number 1. Avoid exceeding your financial resources. Although it seems obvious, this is a lesson often ignored. Daily, we are bombarded by tempting advertisements encouraging us to consume products like the latest smartphone model or fashionable clothes. The temptation to spend on unnecessary items is strong, and without realizing it, we can end up living just to pay bills and accumulating growing debts. This vicious cycle of consumption is a common trap. Self-control, a key aspect of Stoicism, is crucial. This philosophy teaches us not to be dominated by desires and not to let material objects dictate our happiness. Instead, we should seek satisfaction in what we already have and resist the constant desire for more. This doesn't exclude the possibility of occasionally treating ourselves, but these treats should be done consciously, considering our financial situation. In practice, this starts with distinguishing between what we need and what we want. Needs are essential for life, like food, housing, and basic clothing. Wants are items we would like to have but are not essential, like cutting-edge technology, branded clothes, or luxury cars. Understanding this difference helps us make more conscious spending decisions. Remember the story of the hare and the tortoise. In the race of life, we prefer not to be the hare that consumes its resources quickly and imprudently, but the tortoise that advances more thoughtfully and steadily without exhausting itself. Frugality and conscious spending don't mean depriving yourself of the good things in life, but making smart decisions to live comfortably without the constant stress of financial uncertainty and building a solid foundation for the future. Imagine having enough savings to handle unforeseen events without panic, being debt-free, and having financial freedom to enjoy more time with loved ones, dedicate yourself to new hobbies, or even start your own business. Sitting comfortably without the fear of depleting your savings is possible by living within your financial means. Implementing this principle requires discipline and can be challenging, especially if you are used to impulsive spending. But the peace that accompanies financial stability is worth all the effort. So take the first step towards financial empowerment. Evaluate your spending habits. Distinguish between needs and wants and commit to not exceeding your resources. Remember, it's not about sacrifice, but about making smarter choices that lead to a life of financial freedom and tranquility. Choices that allow you to live fully, not just exist. After all, isn't that everyone's goal? Isn't a life like this a worthy goal? Lesson number 2. Pay attention to your financial situation. The second principle is equally crucial. After addressing the importance of living within our means, let's now move to the second principle, paying attention to your financial situation. The notion that ignorance is bliss is completely inapplicable when it comes to finances. Ignoring them can lead us down a path of financial difficulties. A fundamental part of Stoicism is the practice of wisdom, which demands a deep understanding of our situation. In financial terms, this means being fully aware of our finances. Many people, however, fall into the trap of ignoring their financial reality, perhaps out of fear, shame, or simple neglect. However, it is essential to recognize our financial situation no matter how unfavorable it may be, because this is the first step towards improvement. Consider your finances as a garden. If neglected, weeds and pests will appear, ruining what was once a blooming and orderly space. This analogy also applies to financial management. Constant and meticulous supervision allows you to quickly identify any financial problems, resolve them, and make the necessary adjustments to ensure that your financial garden thrives and maintains its vitality. Moreover, a vital aspect of Stoicism is basing oneself on reality. The Stoics advocate seeing things as they truly are, devoid of illusions or false perceptions. This principle should guide your financial approach. Evaluate your earnings, debts, expenses, savings, and investments. Understand where your money comes from and where it goes. Recognizing financial reality can be uncomfortable, but it is an essential step in building a solid foundation for financial stability and growth. Ignoring finances often results in poor financial management habits. Without a clear understanding of your financial situation, it's easy to overspend, fail to save, and make hasty investment decisions. Conversely, being aware of your finances enables you to make decisions aligned with your financial goals. Adopting the Stoic mindset regarding finances also means taking responsibility for them. It is understanding that your financial health is the result of your habits, choices, decisions, and actions. Blaming external factors for your financial challenges does not solve the situation. On the contrary, it perpetuates a cycle of financial difficulties. Remember that the control of your finances is in your hands. Let Stoic philosophy guide you in your quest for financial knowledge and independence. Stay aware of your money, take responsibility for it, and use it as a means to build the life you desire. Therefore, avoid disregarding your finances and start treating them with the attention and respect they deserve. Lesson number 3. Do not tie happiness to material wealth. We move on to the third principle, one of the most important so far. Do not associate happiness with material wealth. This is a crucial milestone in our quest for a fulfilling life. In our culture, we are often conditioned to believe that happiness is related to the possession of material goods, suggesting that the more we have, the happier we are. However, the truth is substantially different. Stoicism, with its logic, perspective, and virtue, offers a distinct view on this issue. This philosophy teaches that true happiness lies in virtue. You may wonder, how does virtue relate to wealth or happiness? The connection is profound. For the Stoics, virtue is the highest good, meaning a virtuous life based on wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline represents the highest form of happiness. Virtue is under our control, unaffected by external factors or volatility. Therefore, what matters is not what we possess, but who we are and how we conduct our lives. There are countless stories of dissatisfied millionaires and ordinary people who find joy in simplicity. The balance of your bank account is not an indicator of happiness. What truly matters is the quality of your character and actions. Furthermore, material goods are ephemeral, and the happiness they provide is fleeting. The constant pursuit of more goods is like running on a treadmill. There is movement but no real progress. On the other hand, when you seek wealth in wisdom, experiences, and relationships, you find lasting happiness. The knowledge acquired, the experiences lived, and the love shared are treasures that remain, enriching life in ways material wealth cannot. Stoicism also encourages us to value what we have. Gratitude is seen as a form of wealth. By cultivating gratitude for what we possess, we realize we have enough, and this realization brings peace and satisfaction. In summary, revising the perception of wealth and happiness is vital. It is a journey in search of internal, rather than external validation, and involves understanding that the true measure of wealth is not in possessions, but in being. Breaking away from the idea that wealth equals happiness can be challenging, but it is essential for achieving true satisfaction. As the Stoic philosopher Cicero taught, it is not he who has little, but he who desires more that is poor. Lesson number 4. Embrace and take advantage of risk opportunities. We arrive at the 4th lesson, the importance of understanding and embracing risk opportunities. The word risk often evokes anxiety or caution, emotions that can prevent us from reaching our full potential. Stoicism teaches us that being brave is essential. The fear of failure or facing obstacles should not be a hindrance to engaging in well-thought-out risks. You might be wondering, what risk is this? Reflecting briefly, what truly separates the successful from the rest? The distinction lies in their bravery in facing risks. These people venture beyond their comfort zones, embracing uncertainty and facing difficulties head-on. They recognize that it is through these risks that they develop, learn, and ultimately achieve success. For you, this means reevaluating your view of risk. Instead of seeing it as a potential threat, see it as an opportunity for growth. Adopt a mindset that views challenges as steps toward success. Consider the example of an explorer preparing for an expedition. He faces risks by venturing into unknown territories, facing adverse conditions and unforeseen challenges. However, it is by accepting these risks that he has the chance to discover new horizons, learn from unique experiences, and perhaps find unexpected treasures. Similarly, in the financial aspect, taking risks can involve investing in an innovative project, exploring a new career path, or choosing to save and invest resources instead of spending them immediately on instant gratifications. Of course, there is the possibility that things may not go as planned, but there is also the chance of surprisingly positive outcomes. However, speaking of taking risks does not mean acting recklessly. Stoicism speaks of calculated and prudent risks based on knowledge, discernment, and a clear understanding of your specific situation, tying into the previous principles of self-knowledge and continuous education. Life is a succession of risks. Every choice we make involves some degree of risk, but it is by facing and not avoiding these risks that we open doors to countless possibilities. We grow, develop, and get closer to our goals of financial independence, personal improvement, and overall satisfaction. Through these risks, we proceed with courage on this journey, embracing risks and allowing them to transform and shape us into more developed, wise, and successful versions of ourselves. Every risk faced is a step forward towards your goals. Every obstacle overcome is a foundation in building your financial prosperity. Speaking of taking positive initiatives, here is one more you can adopt now. Join us on this journey of evolution and prosperity, building on the foundation of the 4th principle. Lesson number 5, personal growth. Now we highlight the importance of personal growth in Stoicism, emphasizing the need for continuous evolution and development. Just as a tree expands and rises, we must strive for our own personal improvement. This involves transforming into the best version of yourself, dedicating time and effort to expanding your knowledge, refining skills, cultivating talents, and caring for your well-being. Just like an app that requires constant updates to maintain its relevance and effectiveness, we need continuous learning and skill enhancement to stay competitive in today's dynamic world. A common obstacle is the comfort zone, a safe and familiar space, but one that limits growth. As the saying goes, the comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Stoicism compares the comfort zone to a dark, unchanged cave, isolated and limiting. In contrast, stepping out of the comfort zone is like climbing a mountain. The path may be steep and challenging with uncertainties and risks, but by overcoming these obstacles, you reach new heights, enjoy broader views, and experience significant personal growth. Personal development is more than a privilege, it is a necessity. Having the audacity to leave the comfort zone and embark on the path of perpetual learning is essential. If we cease our learning, we risk obsolescence. Just as a shark needs to keep moving to survive, we must stay active in learning to remain relevant and competitive. Investing in yourself is another crucial aspect of personal development. This can involve seeking additional education, attending workshops, finding mentorship, or setting aside time for reading and expanding knowledge. This investment can significantly impact your career, relationships, and quality of life. Stoic self-discipline is also fundamental, involving making the right choices instead of the easy ones, prioritizing personal growth over leisure or unnecessary expenses. It is not about sacrifice, but about making deliberate decisions aligned with your long-term goals. Personal development is a continuous journey, not an endpoint. It is an effort to advance, not to achieve perfection. By adopting the Stoic principle of continuous learning and growth, you direct your energy towards becoming the best version of yourself every day. Each day is an opportunity to learn something new, enhance a skill, or gain a new perspective. This personal growth has a direct impact on your financial development. Therefore, do not underestimate your personal development. Invest in yourself and watch your life transform for the better. Lesson number 6. Avoid blaming others. In the path of Stoic teachings, we encounter the vital principle of avoiding blaming others. This principle, one of the foundations of Stoic philosophy, highlights the importance of personal responsibility and autonomy. To advance in our financial health and quality of life, it is crucial to admit our participation in the situations we experience rather than simply blaming third parties. Why is this so important? We live in a society that often prefers to assign responsibility for its dilemmas to others. By doing so, we relinquish our control and influence over our own lives, becoming passive spectators instead of active participants in our own story. The idea that others are to blame may seem comforting initially, but here lies the core of the problem. By holding others responsible for our financial challenges or failures, we give away our power to provoke changes, learn, and evolve. Stoicism proposes a contrary approach, encouraging us to take responsibility for our decisions, actions, and consequently the course of our lives. Understanding that we hold the power to shape our financial reality is crucial. Adopting this perspective transforms us from mere observers to active architects of our destiny, placing us in control and directing our lives to where we truly desire. Taking personal responsibility does not imply drowning in guilt and self-blame. On the contrary, it means giving yourself the chance to learn from mistakes and make better decisions in the future. It is accepting that our financial situation directly reflects our choices and actions. Yes, external factors influence us, but our reaction to these factors is even more decisive. Take, for example, accumulating significant credit card debt. It would be easy to blame high interest rates or societal pressure to consume, but in reality, the decision to use the card was ours. Recognizing this does not imply drowning in guilt and self-blame. On the contrary, it means giving yourself the chance to learn from mistakes and make better decisions in the future. Taking personal responsibility is accepting that our financial situation directly reflects our choices and actions. Yes, external factors influence us, but our reaction to these factors is even more decisive. This is the power of personal responsibility. It empowers us to adapt, innovate, and overcome any challenge. This principle also relates to the Stoic dichotomy of control, understanding what is within our reach and what is not. We cannot control the economy, the job market, or inflation, but we can definitely manage our consumption habits, our attitude towards money, and our commitment to financial learning and personal growth. Abandoning the habit of blaming others is not just a principle, but it is the best decision you will make. It is about taking the lead, learning from mistakes, and continuously striving to improve. Understand that the key to financial freedom and a fulfilling life lies within us. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." Lesson number 7, refuse to live according to others' expectations. The 7th lesson highlights the importance of living aligned with your own values rather than following social norms or external expectations. In today's digital age, the pressure to meet others' expectations is intense. Often, we adopt inauthentic lifestyles just to gain approval or acceptance. This also affects our relationship with money, often pushing us to match the lifestyle of the rich and famous, seeking their possessions, social status, and luxury, which can compromise our financial health. The Stoic principle of autonomy encourages us to resist this temptation and live according to our values, focusing on our personal journey towards financial independence. To apply this principle, it is essential to know yourself, your values, and your financial aspirations. Developing a realistic and personalized financial plan aligned with these goals is crucial. Additionally, resilience is fundamental, as there will always be pressures to conform and live to please others. By freeing yourself from others' expectations, you take control of your finances and your life, living authentically with less stress and greater happiness. Do not let social pressures shape your financial decisions. Live according to your values and let them guide your path to financial independence. Remember, the true competition is with yourself. Lesson number 8. Embrace and adapt to change. In our last and possibly most impactful lesson in the pursuit of financial freedom and personal satisfaction, we focus on a vital element: accepting and adapting to change. Changes are constant, but often we face them with resistance. We tend to cling to what is familiar, to the known, to our comfort zones. However, Stoicism teaches us to embrace and adapt to changes, understanding the ephemeral nature of life and adjusting accordingly. It is in the ability to adapt that we find true prosperity. Seasons change, tides ebb and flow, the sun rises and sets. All are examples of the inherent constant variation of life. Just as a river is always in motion, life is in constant transformation. We need to learn to evolve with it, flowing with the current, not against it. In the financial realm, this principle indicates that the economic landscape is always changing. Sectors emerge while others decline, interest rates fluctuate, and the job market shifts. The only constant is uncertainty. The real challenge is not to resist change, but to learn to adapt to it. To overcome resistance to change, we need to start by changing our mindset. It is crucial to recognize that although challenging, change can open doors to new opportunities and greater prosperity. A caterpillar transforms into a butterfly through change, and it is this transformation that gives it wings. Additionally, it is important to stay informed. Knowledge diminishes fear, which often underlies resistance to change. Stay updated on economic trends, investment opportunities, and effective financial practices. Knowledge is the compass that will help you navigate the sea of changes. Maintain a balanced perspective. Understand that changes can bring both gains and losses. Just as a coin has two sides, so does change. The loss of a job can lead to a more fulfilling career, a failed venture can offer valuable lessons, and a financial setback can develop resilience and creativity. Be flexible. Rigidity in the face of change is like an unyielding tree in a storm, prone to breaking. A tree that adapts to the wind survives the storm. Likewise, flexibility in your financial plans, career choices, and investment strategies can help you weather economic turbulence. Remember, the world is a stage of constant changes, and you are the protagonist. With the right mindset, knowledge, perspective, and flexibility, you can paint a picture of financial prosperity and personal fulfillment. Accepting change is not just about financial success. It is about living a life full of growth, learning, and evolution. It is about exploring new chapters of life and discovering your true potential. So, embrace change, for it is the path to true freedom and fulfillment. If you are looking for a practical and inspiring way to incorporate the principles of Stoicism into your daily life, I recommend The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. This book offers 366 daily meditations based on the teachings of great Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. The Daily Stoic is ideal for those who wish to apply Stoic reflections in everyday situations. To explore how these timeless lessons can enrich your life, check out the link in the description and learn more about this essential book. I sincerely hope this message has been helpful to you. I want to greatly congratulate you for making it this far, for finishing the video, which means you want to improve as a person. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment with the following phrase: "I break the cycle of poverty in my life, so I know you made it to the end." If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and join us. Thank you for your attention. Until next time, and stay with the Creator.